What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the World's Greatest News Reviews. I'm your boy T.Crawler. Today, I'm going to give you the better late than never Spider-Man video game review. I say better late than never because I'm just not getting to play it, and the game's been out for a while. So, hey, here we go.
Hey, Mac, ladies and gentlemen, C5, wing time. Yeah. Zone. Let me see your shoulders work.
I'm just going to kick it off. So, to get started, the video game itself looks amazing. Like, I got this game, I was excited to play it, and it looks amazing. And everybody that knows me knows I'm a big Spider-Man fan. So, once I got into this game, it was hard for me to figure things out because I just started seeing all kinds of things that reminded me of a lot of the old games, but obviously better. The graphics, it looks amazing. The gameplay is equally amazing. The story mode is awesome. So, you know, it's a really fun game. Like, you know, that's why I know I was hearing a lot about it, and it was getting a lot of good reviews. So, you know, why wouldn't it? You know, they put together a really good game. So there's a lot of things you can do in this game. Along the story mode, like everybody knows with some of the other Spider-Man games, there's things that you can do as far as like fighting crime, hearing police calls. This game, to me, it was like a couple of games together. Like, you have, obviously for me, I think the Batman Arkham series it reminded me a lot of that game because the fighting style that you have with Batman, the dodging and the punching, the kicking, and all that good stuff. And instead of a utility belt with all those gadgets that Batman has, you have like different types of webs that you upgrade, and you use them, and you can change between the different types of web. You also have different suits that you can earn, and a lot of them are nostalgic, and they pay homage to, like, you have the Homecoming suit, you have let's see, 2099. There's a lot of suits, and I haven't unlocked all of them yet, and I'm excited to do so. But there's I don't even know. Like, I'm all over the place right now. I'm sorry, but you know, let's just go from the beginning. Of course, you're Peter Parker, and in this particular story, Mary Jane and Peter aren't together. They're you know, Peter is called Mary Jane at this point in the game where I'm at. And he's trying to set up you've gone out with her once to a place that you guys used to eat, and just to like talk about things. And of course, she's talking about work and what she's doing. And then Peter, trying to protect her and save her, is, you know, he wants to make sure she's safe. So, you know, they start talking about that. So it doesn't really get romantic with those two, not right now anyway. I just got to a part of the game where Mary Jane has called Peter. You know, as you're Spider-Man swinging through, you get a call. You get several calls. You get calls from Aunt May. You get calls from Mary Jane. You get calls from Dr. Octavius, which you work for as an apprentice, it seems like. You're in his lab. You're helping to develop certain things. So I just see that as going badly because Dr. Octavius, as you all know, Dr. Octopus, is one of the famous foes, you know, arch enemies for Spider-Man. He has, you know, a group, I can't think of the word right now, but, you know, like Batman has his group of enemies that he deals with all the time, stable of enemies, and so does Spider-Man. Spider-Man has stable of enemies. Anyway, so back to what I was saying. You no longer work at the Bugle. You are, it seems like you're older than where a lot of the Bugle stuff is, where you're working for the Daily Bugle. So right now you're swinging through. You're helping a police captain, and nobody knows that you're helping this police captain, obviously, because the whole vigilante thing that takes place in a lot of superhero TV shows, movies, video games, so on and so forth. So as you swing through the city, you're doing different things. You get calls from the captain, or you call the captain, and it is a playful, like, you get the sarcasm from Peter Parker or Spider-Man like you would in the comic books or in a well-done movie such as Spider-Man Homecoming. It's funny, you know. He's going through the city. At one point, he mentions that he's Spider Cop, and the captain's like, "Don't do that." And he's like, "Well, everything's under control, and Spider Cop is on the whatever." And he's swinging through, and then he says things, and she hangs up on him several times. But you come to find out as you go that Peter and her are Spider and her have have this friendship. Not quite sure. I don't think that she knows that Peter is Spider-Man, but anyway, you do a lot of things for her. You go through the town, you start opening up these towers and getting the frequencies, and it starts spreading out and opening up different parts of the city, and it gives you different things to find. You get to find things as far as like backpacks, you get to fight crime, like I said, you get to go through and do different things in the game that it makes it really fun and just expands it. When you think that there's, you got to the limit of the things that you can do in this, it actually expands it even more when you open up another tower or another part of the city. So you have Kingpin's men that you're trying to stop, the Kingpin, and you end up taking care of Kingpin for a little while, and then you have the demons that are now another gang that are in the city trying to take over Kingpin's territory, and then you're trying to stop that, obviously. With that, you have all these other things that you're trying to do within the city. So the game is, like I said, it's excellent to play. I've been having a great time with it. I'm not getting bored with this game whatsoever. There is a part in there which was a surprise to me, and spoiler alert, but I don't think I need to say spoiler alert, because by this time, if you haven't played the game, you probably won't play the game. And if you are, you're kind of like me, you don't really care about hearing spoilers. So you do get to play as Miles Morales, which is pretty cool. After I just finished watching Into the Spider-Verse, Weapon 2, and I went to go see that. So you get Miles Morales in this game. You don't get to play with him. You play a little mission with Miles Morales, but you don't get to play as the Miles Morales Spider-Man. You will get to play as Miles Morales, no powers. You're trying to look for your father, who something bad has happened, a bomb has went off, and you're trying to make sure that your dad's okay. So you do have a couple missions as Spider-Man, Peter Parker Spider-Man, with Jefferson Davis. So you get to play with that police officer. Like, you don't play as him. He's in a couple missions with you, trying to uncover things. Things go badly, and Miles is there, and then Peter meets Miles, and then later on, he has May offer him a job for something to do since he just lost his father. So it's a pretty somber part of the game, but like I said, that's it's part of the story. I'm only at this point about 52% into the game, so it's it's been fun, and I'm looking forward to finishing the game. I just wanted to give you guys a quick review because people that know me know I love Spider-Man. I say that all the time. I keep reminding people I love Spider-Man. That's my number one superhero that is like been my favorite for a long time. So I'm really excited that I'm able to play this game, and I just wanted to let you guys know what kind of game it is. So with that, actually, I want to just mention that with our channel, we're actually going to try to get into more video game reviews. So, we're getting on a roll. We really appreciate you guys being there and watching our videos and liking and subscribing. So with that, I'm going to end this video by saying, like and subscribe, follow us on YouTube, and yeah, thank you. Till next time.